For more, we're joined by Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. Sir, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate your time. U.S. officials are telling ABC News that a federal investigation has been opened into Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for obstructing federal law enforcement activities in the state. What is your immediate reaction to this?
Well, my thoughts immediately went to my good friend, Letitia James, and to Mr. James Comey, to politically motivated prosecutions that collapse. This seems to be nothing more than politics from the Trump administration, but it bothers me deeply because I think that we have to enforce the law, but when powerful leaders use it and weaponize it against people who are just doing their jobs as their voters elected them to do, that's a very sad day in America. I'm sure that this will be revealed to be what it is: more political motivation and bullying from the White House.
And I want to go back to the ICE agent that shot and killed Renee Good. We heard it described in Matt Rivers' piece there. You stated that there is no immunity for the officer who shot and killed Renee Good, contradicting what Vice President J.D. Vance said after the shooting. Do you intend to file charges against that ICE officer?
Well, unlike the president, J.D. Vance, and others, I'm not going to make a determination whether charges are available or appropriate or not until there's an investigation. And let me be clear, this case is in the jurisdiction of Hennepin County, and the Hennepin County attorney is the lead prosecutor, not me. But having done many of these, I can say that first investigate, then decide whether you're going to prosecute. We're not going to put the cart before the horse. First, we need the investigation to go forward. And quite frankly, the federal authorities have denied the state access to the critical evidence so far, which is unfortunate. We're continuing to ask them to make a better decision. And of course, state officials, which have every right to investigate this matter, are continuing to collect evidence and catalog it as it comes in. And at some point, we'll need access to the rest of the file, and hopefully we'll get it.
Investigation first and then possible charges. Understood. You've also stated that these immigration raids are eroding the public's trust in government. What steps is the leadership in Minnesota taking to combat this mistrust that seems to be brewing there in the state?
Well, what we're doing is we're telling people, one, they have a right to voice their views via the First Amendment. It is a core constitutional principle. And that they're not, and people are not wrong. These tactics that we've seen from ICE are brutal. They are unfair. They are racial profiling. They are hurting our economy. They are diminishing people's ability to go to school and use other public services. And they're running up our costs in terms of policing and other public expenses. It is damaging to our state. We have made this clear to the president. If he thought this was supposed to help anything, it's not helping anything, and it needs to stop right away. And I think that people know that their leaders, their elected leaders, are standing up for them. And I think most people in Minnesota appreciate it.
And we know the governor there, Tim Walz, has the option to deploy the National Guard, which is used when there is a breakdown in public safety. It hasn't gotten to that point yet. But what is your message tonight to folks who are planning to protest this weekend across the state?
You have the right to protest, but protest smart and protest in a disciplined manner. And for the most part, I've seen people doing exactly that. I want to say thank you to the people who've gone out there and protested in a way that conveyed the values, the best values of our state, which is that we welcome the strangers. We believe that we should be a haven for the people of the world who need refuge. We believe in equal justice under the law and the rule of law. And we believe that in our state that people should be welcome and should live in peace. And we should not have the federal government literally persecuting the state of Minnesota. Those are our basic values. We should stand for those values, and we can and must do it in a disciplined way. We will prevail. We will come out of this, but it will be with being disciplined, and it will be with lifting up our voices against this very wrong, very unconstitutional behavior by this administration.
Attorney General Keith Ellison, we appreciate your time. We know this is a very busy time for you and your state right now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.